but I'm stupid. I'm gay, but I'm straight. I crop dust in Whole Foods. Baby, what it all comes down to.
Hello and welcome to another Trouble Friday. Today, sadly, only a singular troubler is troubling because the rest are on vacation, a much needed vacation. So welcome to me, welcome to me, myself, and I. But we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay because we have a lot of lovely people in chat, so we don't mind. You're not solo. You've got us. Yeah. And the spirit of the girls are with me at all times. So it's okay. Hello, hello, Stig in the army. Yep, it's just a singular trouble trooper. Nope, a singular troublemaker with their trouble troop. So we do have a troublemaker in chat, though. Hello, besties. Thanks for holding down the fort today. Anything? Because other days you hold down the fort when I'm not here. So we are doing okay. Hey yo, hello Mars and welcome. We got this cat here. Hello, hello. Happy Friday indeed. Happy Trouble Day, friends. Hello, Wendy, and welcome. Will everything be fine, fine, fine? Yeah, eventually. I think so. Hello, Bestie Stieg. I love Bestie Stieg in terms of like, you know how nuns call each other sister? I think we should normalize calling your friends bestie as titular. Like Bestie Katie, Bestie Stieg, Bestie Wallace, Bestie Paris. I think that's something we should do, in my humble opinion. Hello, hope everyone's having a nice afternoon or morning or night, whatever you are. I hope you have a good time no matter what time of the day it is. I'm actually on time. Who would have thought? I thought that because you said so earlier today. Paris has been sending me, if you were here for the trouble stream yesterday, we talked about free online, well, not even free, we're talking about very expensive online writing courses. And Paris did the work, stepped up and did the work of a man, not of a man, for me. And she sent me a bunch of links to free resources to online courses I could do. So very much appreciate that, Paris. Sister Steve, yeah, absolutely. I'm also a nurse, so sister is something you call nurses. You called nurses like 100 years ago. You know, you would say Sister Paris or Sister Wendy. Bestie Steve and Bestie Paris. Yeah, that is like a titular bestie. That's what I want. I've been trying to get bestie as a title going with my IRL friends for ages, and it just don't sticking, unfortunately. Yeah, I try to use bestie instead of girl because I've heard a lot of people say that girl can sometimes read as derogatory, and I don't want that. So I'm trying to do bestie instead. But sometimes you're girling someone as like an eyebrow raise, like girl. In which case, bestie doesn't really suffice and convey the meaning of my shock of your statement or your actions. So that's my only thought on bestie. It doesn't quite cover the same range as girl does. Girl is of course gender neutral, but in today's day and age, girl is also not, neutral. It's very much a loaded word. I love that. Yeah. Everyone check out Open University. Lots of free courses on there. Yeah, Paris sent me a couple of free courses that I'm definitely going to check out. Some of them are only like 20 days, so that's manageable. Absolutely. So I was thinking about maybe doing a creative writing college course over the summer while also trying to finish my edits. Oof. No, thank you. Maybe that's something for future Stig, definitely. But yeah, thank you, Paris, for. Oh yeah, sorry, 20 hours, not 20 days, but same thing. Except also 19 days less, I guess. But yeah, definitely check out Open University. Free education, we love it. Education is important. Oh, hi, friends, or hi, Ferneds. Do you hear my voice, Fernezzo? And LM is here. Hello, hello. Happy to be here and happy to have you. As always, LM, as always. Okay, what are we working on today, chat? Call in. It is the last Friday of the month, so technically, legally, spiritually, religiously, we have accountability on the docket. I'm not sure if I'll run accountability all alone or if Katie wants me to save that for last week. I did reach out to her 10 hours ago. She has not responded. I saw her comment in chat, so I tagged her. She has still not responded, but she is also busy disembarking a ship. So, you know, maybe I'll just run it and then come see, come saw. Because next week is also my week because it's the first Friday of a month. So we're definitely not doing accountability for that. So I think we're just going to do accountability day. So prepare to be accountability held. Um, and let's see how I do it. I've never done it before. So I don't know the ticking parts that is involved in accountability, but I will try my best. And that's all we can do. Lizzie is here. Hello, hello. Today's a Skyrim day. I've been taking this week to exist in quiet playing games. I almost have my voice back. Ugh, I love having your voice back. Very excited for a new Crystal stream. Also very excited for Bookfest. Is that what it's called? I saw you post about it, Crystal. Absolutely incredible opportunity and looks like so much fun. And I'm so excited for you to go. If you haven't already gone by this point, no. It was a heed my call post and not a summary post. Yeah. I'm working on plotting the third book of my series. Okay, okay. What does this involve? How do you plot? Where's your process? Call in, LM. Paris says, finishing my edits on the opening pages of my novel. Only have 3 question mark sentences to expand on, rewrite, and then I have to edit my synopsis on cover letter. Oof, that is incredible. I'm very excited to get to the sort of nitty gritty line edit stages of my editing journey? Question mark. Because currently now I'm just rewriting a shitty first draft into a passable first draft. Well, I guess it's more of a 0 draft or like a 0.5 draft. Though I also have a 0.5 draft because I did write Act 1 and then restarted the book. So I do count that first Act 1 as a 0.5 draft. And then my previous draft is my first draft, which was like very much a thought dump or like just a vibe check. Turns out I didn't catch the vibes. So I'm rewriting the entirety of the second draft. Big mistake, huge. But that is my goal for my next book, to write a first draft that is more like this second draft, so that I don't have to do, well, I probably will do always a major rewrite of the second draft, because that just makes sense to my brain to rewrite everything in the first draft, because then I don't have to be so precious about it and I don't have to spend an entire year and a half or however much I did on my first draft, because, you know, it's very low stakes. I know that all the words will be rewritten anyway, so I don't have to be so precious about it. And I think that's very much going to help me in my future process. But it's, you know, it is what it is. It is a journey, and I'm doing I'm doing a draft of realizing, or a process of realizing. So it's been a lot of learning and a lot of like, maybe I'll do this next time. So I'm very excited for my next book. Let's see. You got this, but nearly there. I got a job offer yesterday, so I will be doing paperwork. Ooh, what does a frog work as? Call in. I'm very excited. Also, congratulations. Yep, Bookfest is tomorrow. I'm so excited, parentheses nervous, which I think is a very healthy combination of emotions to have. Will you do a vlog? Did you ever decide? Because you said your hubby might film, but also might not. So what did you decide on? Call in. Yes. Congratulations. Mars says, I'm off work from today, but I will be going to the shop in a little while to make some ice cream sandwiches to bring to my bestest bridal shower tomorrow. Yum. I shall be working. Already have weekend dishes. Already have weekend dishes. There's a joke here that I'm not grasping, but I'm also a foreigner. English is my first language, and I'm so sorry. Mars, yes. Before I head over there, though, I'll be reading. What are you currently reading? My process is chaos. I got an outline, and I'm trying to fit the scenes I've envisioned into the plot points. Also figuring out what goes in the same plot points. I think that's a good process. My journey on this first book that I finished was just to have a thought dump and just thinking about the story for a couple of months, writing down every thought that I got, going through it and see, okay, what do I want to keep? What is working? What can I just throw away? And then I just sat down and wrote with no outline. Big regrets. So I won't be doing that for the second book. I think I'll be outlining before I draft. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. The vibes may have escaped you before, but you've captured them this time, Bestie Stig. Thank you, Bestie Paris. I'll try my best. If John is willing. And I know she is. So I'll try to vlog lol if you don't see footage and you know I failed. I mean, you didn't fail. Your focus is gonna be on, talking to people, networking and all that jazz. So I'm in favor of your husband vlogging and then you just work in the vlog. That's what I think. The first 10K of my novel has been developmentally edited and line edited by me, but the rest of my book, hoof, out of sight, out of mind at the moment. Yeah. Is that because you're doing but you're only doing the first chapter for the scholarships, right? Is there any particular reason you only do the 10 first K? Is it like standard in English when you submit to like agents and stuff? But they don't want 10K words, do they? It's like a couple of chapters usually. I don't know. Weekend itis, maybe? Weekend itis like along for weekend or the weekend bug, like senioritas in your last year of school. I still don't know her, but I do understand the concept. My weekend began an hour and 12 minutes ago, so I am all locked in and loaded. Speaking of locked in, I'll be doing some more writing today, still rewriting my book as forever. And I'm so close to the midpoint. I think I might finish this scene today. I wrote a bunch of words yesterday, so that was really, really well. It made me feel really good about the progress. And I've upped my daily word count from 300 words to 500 words. So that's my goal, at least 500 words. And then I think I want to try and write 2K over the weekend in whatever shape or form that may look like. The saving grace is that it reads really fast. Oh, yeah. The book I'm currently reading will not be named because I don't want to put a self-published book on blast, but it kind of sucks. Oh, no. Like, it started off as really cliche romantic and fun, but after like 100 pages, it just started to get annoying with how inconsistent the characters are. Yeah, the saving grace is that it's really fast. Yeah, I'm sorry. I should charge my spare phone, lol, because my phone has my Square Reader point of sale system. I can give that to hubby. Yes, percolate. And it's for selfish reasons, but also it's fun to document for the future, I guess. Like, oh, here's the first time I did Bookfest. And then I also get to see it, and I get to be there, even though I don't get to physically be there. Yes, first 1K words and 3K words respectively for each course, but I've edited the first 10K to concretize the core elements so that I have a stable foundation to build upon. That's solid. Oh, I hate that. I have to run a bad one. I have to say too. These authors hate making consistent magic systems. I hate characters being inconsistent. Yeah. I would never do that. I think we're going to go into the first sprint and then we're going to do some accountability. So if you haven't already, maybe I should share the sheet. If you haven't already, you should update your accountability sheet because much like Katie, I am not afraid to shame you. Let's see. Bloop, bloop. Did that work for y'all? Call in. We'll give it 2 minutes to see if it is workable for people. Let's see if anyone drops into the document. And this is also a good time to look at your Q2 goals, I guess, and see like, how am I doing? Am I getting the stuff that I wanted to do done? Sure. And maybe realign your goals if you're like, oh, actually, this is no longer what I want or what I'm capable of doing, but I'll do this instead. So give it an old college try. There's nobody in the document yet, which makes me believe that the link didn't work, ? Was anyone able to enter? Speak now and enter friend? No. Speak now, friend, and enter? No. Whatever that quote is. Yeah. Oops. People are in. Anonymous Wolverine. Thank you, whoever you are. Link does function, lol. I am not it. We know me and these sheets done vibes. I either forget they exist or fail miserably. I need to get to my computer. Well, the link does work, so I'll leave it up for the sprint. And then we'll go through it after and we'll see how people did. The world building and magic are pretty basic, but like, that's fine. It's the fact that none of the characters can pick a motivation or emotional response to anything. I appreciate you too, Crystal. So I wish you nothing but the best of luck tomorrow. I am Bestie Anonymous Wolverine. Okay, love that, Barry. Hello, Miranda, and welcome. We're just about to go into our first sprint, and then we're going to do accountability. So that is going to be your favorite bits of the week done already, Miranda. How fortuitous. Let's see. I prepared a little drink timer by personal friend of the channel, Miss Malin writes. We're going to do. Are we doing the diminishing sprints today? Should we? Yeah, why not? It's going to be a couple of hours. We're going to do a 40-minute sprint, a 30-minute sprint, and then a 20-minute sprint. I think that's the vibe. So 40 minutes to begin with, get your stuff done for the day. We're going to do accountability after, and then we're going to do a 30-minute sprint, and then we're going to fuck around, and then we're going to find out, and then we're going to do a 20-minute sprint, and that's going to be it for today. Yay, can't wait. I do not read a single ounce of irony from this. Yes. Mars, that sets off the AI spider senses a little bit. Oh, yeah, the inconsistent characters. Okay, let's just get this party started. Let's see. Good job, everyone. How did we do? I got. Well, I also firstly I ate dinner and then I watched a bunch of reels and then I wrote when I got back 19 words. I wrote more, but I was as I was writing this paragraph, I realized that I'd been mistaken about some research that I'd done on how to use a certain plant to stop a nosebleed. So I deleted everything I had. I went back to the drawing board in terms of like figuring out how the characters would use this plant. So I wrote a bunch and I deleted a bunch, and now I'm left with 19 words. So not great, but also I know what to do for the next sprint. So win is a win is a win, honestly. I'm currently at 42K words. So we're making progress. Now it's pre-pandemic. Oh, the book you're reading. So I think it's just a lack of feedback in editing. Yeah, I could not publish without feedback in editing, I think. Well, I haven't, but I don't think I could. Good morning, JK. Happy Friday. Welcome to the stream. We're doing accountability, so everyone just prepare for that in a moment. Less than 80 pages to go in this book, so I'll probably be able to finish today and move on. Thank God. 19 words is still progress, and I made like brain progress on the chapter or the scene ending, so it's all good. It's all good. Started a part-time job application process for a very exciting editorial position for a literary journal my friend just sent me to me, so that's what I did, which is so exciting. Did a bunch of adult shit, then set up charge stuff for Tomorrow Pilot and started playing my game. But we'll be finishing my edits in the next sprints. Yes, I will finish. I'm committing to finishing this scene in the next sprint too. So, like 300 words, and then I remembered I need to repair a pair of my pants for my hike tomorrow. Oh, is it a mountain hike or like what kind of hike? Don't dox yourself though. So I've been sewing them. Important job. You're welcome, me. You're welcome. Thank God. Finished all my morning things. I got coffee. And then LM folded laundry, worked on the plot. Now I need to fold a second load. It's a never-ending cycle of housework. Okay, are we ready for accountability? Am I ready for accountability? I think that's the question. I guess we start like this.
No! God, please, no! No!
And then I guess we do this one.
To the secret lab. Pull the lever, Crunk. Wrong lever! Huh? Why do we even have that lever?
Yes, why do we even have that lever? Let's see. Just hiking in the forest hills outside of my city. That's my favorite hikes. Oh, I love like a good. What's it called? Not crevice. That's not the word. Crag. A good crag hike. Yes. How long are your scenes, Stig, typically, or does that word count change drastically? Not drastically. I'd say between 2,000 and 3,000 words is my sweet spot. Some of my scenes are shorter, like a couple of hundred words, or like 600 to 800 words on the shorter end. I think my longest scene is like 3,700 words, which is my the reverse of a climax, which is what's the reverse of a climax? Inciting incident? No. Is that the word? Catalyst. There you go. Which is my catalyst. And I think my midpoint is going to be pretty chunky too. I do this thing where I tend to divide a scene up in two. So I'll write like 1,500 words of like the scene, and then I'll have a chapter break or a scene break, and then I'll write 800 words of like the emotional outfall of that scene, instead of just writing one complete scene with like, a beginning, middle, end. So one thing I did for this specific draft was that I looked at all the scenes I had in my first draft, and I'm like, okay, a lot of these can be single scenes, and I don't need this chapter break in between everything. So that's what I did. I went in and just mushed a bunch of scenes together. So I went from 55 scenes to 35 scenes. So love a scene break. Big fan of them indeed. Yeah, but I'm trying to be more purposeful with them. So some things can, be both set up and pay off in the same scene. It doesn't always have to be 2 scenes. So, but again, this is all susceptible to changing my third draft. Alrighty, since I'm not on the spreadsheet, I'm going to head out now to go to make those ice cream sandwiches. Bye, friends. Bye, Mars. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful bridal shower. Pull the lever, Gronk. Pull the lever, indeed. We love a Stig Rand accountability. Remains to be seen, Jess. Remains to be seen. First of all, can I get this bigger? Bloop, bloop, bloop. Okay, this works, I guess. And if I do like this, and then if I remove Jess, sorry, Jess, sure, that's something. This is our little May goals. And first up, Katie Ann writes, TT copy edits, finish F1 book outline, and start drafting a new book, and enjoy the Alaskan cruise with the girlies. Let's see how we did. Okay, I have to manual click. Oh, okay. I know that she finished the copy edits. I know that she finished the outline, and I know that she started drafting a new book, and I know that she enjoyed the cruise with the girlies. So is it a no update, or is it a hell yeah, maybe? Let's do both to be sure. Yeah, let's do both to be sure.
So no update.
And then do this one.
Yes!
There you go. So yeah, good job, Katie. Next up is Ms. Jessica B in a very salacious font, I must say. Finished outlining Krampus Draft 2, start writing a new God Draft 2, and then read a book. Just one. Please, brain. Miss Jessica Berry. Hoping Krampus is done before the 17th, but that is the latest I'm willing to start it. Jess. Well, Jessica B, not Jessica W.
So no update.
The only one you're letting down yourself. And Anna is here. Well, she's not here, but she's on the spreadsheet. 10 hours of writing and read 2 books. Not started. In the spirit of setting easier goals that I could actually meet during tough work times. I think this is a no update one. A lot of no updates.
So no update.
Okay. Nina, main productivity goal, would love to write. Seriously, that would be 10 out of 10. Sue's self-care goal, surviving going back to work after like 2 months home because mental and physical illness. Peace sign, let's see. Abandoned and struggling but working on it. I did go back to work, yay, but had to switch departments again because my niece would not cooperate, and now I have a bad cold. Oh, Nina, I'm so sorry. What are we feeling? Are we feeling chicken, maybe? Yeah, I think this is a chicken version. Yeah.
When you try your best, but you don't succeed.
I hope next month is more fortuitous for you, Nina. And also get well soon, Illy. Susan, 22 hours of writing time and bake 2 times. Okay. Completed. One of the bakes was a frozen croissant, but I'm counting it. I'm also counting it. Incredible. Well done, Susan. Yeah.
Yes!
Incredible work. Slow, deliberate, mindful, work on always you, focus on burnout recovery. I like that we're zoomed in so much that we can't see the goal, so it turns into like a little surprise if you didn't pay attention the last time when we scrolled by. Maybe that's what we should do. Let's go a little bit up. Focus on burnout recovery and work on always you. Completed and almost finished. There's a gray box, but this is a golf clap, I feel like. Polite golf clap, affectionate. Working on burnout is always a good thing. Like burnout recovery, 10 out of 10, Wendy. Or actually, a groovy baby.
Groovy, baby.
Let us know how the burnout recovery is working. Inquiring minds want to know. That cat, write consistently, details to be determined, and then no self-care goal, started and blank. Cat.
So no.
Update.
Maybe lavender, complete Wheel of Prime. Wheel of Prime, that's funny. Is it a Wheel of Time spoof? Writing sprints, finish 3 modules of class. Take Sundays off from school and work. Almost finished. We got a little update. Wheel of Prime sprints are done and then some. I finished it. Well, so you finished then. I'm going to just complete it. Well done. I finished everything but a forum post for Mod 3, which I'm doing on Saturday, and I've taken Sundays off so far, and I have everything set up to take this one off too. Incredible work, Kat. Incredible work. We'll definitely... what are we feeling? I like this.
Hey, Queen. Girl, you have done it again. Constantly raising the bar for us all and doing it flawlessly.
Well done, maybe Lavender. Emily Rose has started something, but she will not tell us what it is.
So no.
Update.
But I hope you got whatever you wanted done. JK's here. Finish Project Sugar and Spice revisions. Continue drafting Secret Book Project. But sadly, it looks like we have another one. Very many no updates today, I will say.
So no.
Update.
So let us know, JK, how you were doing. I saw you in chat earlier. Amanda has edit devotional and bake a cake. A lot of baking goals. I like. And not started. Are these just not updated? What do we think? I think this is not an updated thing.
So no.
Update.
And next but not least, well, actually next and least, Amanda Spell, summer prep and finish CG started and in progress. Beginning on the 22nd, so got to sprint through this. And a little cute emoji. 22nd, so we're about a week in. How did it go? Amanda, if you're here, call in. But so far, it looks like there's no update. So
no.
Update.
okay, and that's it for the spreadsheet. Not a whole lot of entries for May. Was it a difficult month to sort of get shit done? Let me just duplicate this. Duplicate. We're going to do June. Nope. June goals. And what's the last Friday of June? Question mark. Does anyone know? Does anyone have the Gregorian calendar? Is that what we're using? Question mark. I don't even know. That feels like a 5th grade question. 26th. June 26th. There you go. And let's just... There you go. Wide open spaces. You can now enter your June goals if you're so inclined. But yeah, to everyone who wasn't on the sheet, including myself. I think I'm on the quarter sheet and not this one, but to everyone who's not on the sheet, I can only do this.
Shame.
And also this.
Fatality.
Okay, so I think that concludes this month's Sprints and Shop Talk. That was so fast. Why do we take 2 hours to do this normally? I don't know. Maybe because we yap in between and I have nobody to yap with. That's probably it. It's probably the answer. But yeah, there you go. That was accountability.
You've been held accountable.
And as always, I recommend people to sign up for next month's sheet, which is for the month of June. I'm going to do that myself, maybe. Maybe that's something I should do. Be the change you want to see in the world and all that jazz. Can I get back to the regular one? Thank you. Yeah, I'm also going to sign up for that. That's the first thing I'll do this sprint, I think. And then I'll have to actually lock in and see how many scenes I want to write in June and hold myself accountable, first of all. I think chicken. Yeah, we gave them a chicken. And Google Docs is not cooperating with me today. No. Thank you. Feeling better, but still struggling in some areas. Maybe. Usually there's more people and more updates. That's fair. There was a lot of no updates, which saves a lot of time. Time flies when you don't have anyone to yap off of. That's true. But I have you guys, so we can yap. And one thing about me, I can talk. What day is your deadline, Stig? My deadline is August 16th. It's a Sunday. And I start my master's degrees 2 weeks later. So I do have a 2-week buffer in case I need it. If Jod is willing, I don't need it. So we'll see. But that's my deadline, August 16th. So I have a lot of time, but I also have a lot of work to do. I have 15 more scenes to write, and I have a full-time job. So we'll see. I will have to prioritize, which I should do anyway, all the time. But yeah. I filled out the sheet last year and I was out of town for the accountability stream and I didn't fill it out, so I've never tried again. Maybe this is the month, LM. Maybe this is your month. I believe in you. And you should do it. Okay, let's do the next Sprinterino. Because I actually want to get my words done for the day. For a change. Also, I don't know why I got this warning or this announcement. There you go. But the official Barcelona football team is now going live. If anyone wants to watch that, and they're doing their purchases invoice thingamajig player roster reveal ? I don't know what it's called, but I guess we're competing with that. Let's see, Timer Malin. Oh, Lady Malin. Hello. Who's this? I'm legally blind, horse breeder with 11 horses, 1 on the way, and a dog. Being legally blind could have ... Okay, Lady Malin. Not the one I was looking for, but best of luck with your project. Malin tries. There you go. Let's do this one. Pew, pew, pew. Share screen. I am willing, but it's been raining a lot lately, so the creek might rise. It does. Who's to say? Last time I tried a sheath, the universe cursed me with one life problem after another. Kind of afraid to sign up again. Be the change you want to see in the world. Heyo! Secret football stance. It was on the Trouble account. I don't know why the Trouble account got the FC Barcelona update, but I also want to be here. Wouldn't that be something? We're gonna do on the both. I want to be in the ocean, though I do fear open water, so maybe not. But it looks like you can see the bottom, so it's cool. See the bottom. It's me. Anyway, let's do a 30-minute timer. Here we go. Good work, everyone. We did it. Another sprint in the books. How did y'all do? I'm gonna be honest. Vulnerability. I spent some time on Instagram for that. So I only wrote for maybe 5 out of the 30 minutes. I know. I don't know what it is today. Clouding on main, but I did write some more words, so I'm up to 68 for the day. God, this is bad. It's what happens when I do stuff alone. Um, but yeah, not great. I did sort of make a decision to just axe whatever I wrote last scene that I was like going to redo with the new research I did. I decided to just axe it altogether because it's not really doing anything for the scene. It's just longing the scene, and the scene is already at 2,400 words. So um I just wanted to kind of end as not as soon as possible, but I just want to get to the emotional bit, which is like exactly where I've left off. Um, so this is my mentor character asking my main character, "What has gotten into you?" And then I just need to sit and think about what does my main character think has gotten into him, and like what would the answer be. So yeah, that's going to be a job for the last 20 minutes, and that will hopefully get me another bunch of words, and then I'm starting the midpoint, which is super scary, but it needs to be done. Well, thank you for your honesty. I know. I'm sorry. Miranda Thorne is here. Hello, hello. 243 words in 17 minutes. I was here. Incredible work. Well done. I don't think I've seen your picture before, so let us know, Miranda. What are you working on? Do you have anything that you've written that you want to share? Please shout it out in the chat. I would love to know. I'm a nosy busybody. So I have one more edit to make, just trying to reword something correctly, which isn't working right now because my brain's no cooperating. I feel like that sometimes too, Paris. So my characters got beset by bandits. They had a bad time. Lol. It'd be like that sometimes. I got 550 pretty rambling stuff that may get aggressively trimmed. My book is semi-plotted, and I ate lunch. Also, as long as you're thinking about your book and ways to improve it, you're still building my forward momentum. Yes. I worked on doing my nails, which is important work. And chatted with Gran because she finished making me things for tomorrow. I did see that in the craft channel. What was it? A tablecloth and a protected wagon cover. So that's fun. Ooh, with your embroidered name on it. Cool. I like that. I'm working on the 4th book of my vampire romance series. Ooh, I'd love to know what that series is, question mark. I think I'm going to make some food and take a break to refresh my brain and then finish the last edit. I hope the rest of the writing session goes well. Yes. We're going to do one more sprint, 20 minutes, and then we're going to call it for today. Not my forward momentum. It's all of our forward momentum. I always feel more put together and productive when my nails look nice, so I won't knock getting your nails done. Yeah, taking care of yourself is the most important job, Wendy. So I think we're just going to head into the last sprint because I was kind of just getting into it the last 2 minutes of the last sprint. Hopefully, I'll get some words done. Check again in 20 minutes to see. But we're going to do another timer. Blah, 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 blah. She, being Nan, said my setup needed to look more professional than what I posted last week. Lol. Keep in mind that the setup was her idea. Then she's like, no. It's called the Vampire's Kingdom series. Okay. That is true. Okay, 20 minutes, and then we're going to reconvene, and then we're going to end it for today. But here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. If you look to the right, you will see that we have finished a sprint. And if you look to the left, you'll see that I wrote some words, 294 altogether for the day. So I'm 206 words left for the day. And I'm finished the scene. So my goal is done. Yay. So I finished scene 20. So I could check that off on my little progress tracker. And that means that I'm now, if I start this scene in progress, 61% through my outline. So starting scene 21 out of 35. So yay. This is the midpoint scene. The first draft of the scene came out to 5,661 words. I'm changing literally everything about it. So I don't know how much of these words will stay. And there's a lot of moving parts, as I said yesterday on my stream. A lot of moving parts for the midpoint. So I think I'm going to take some time for the rest of the day to sort of sit down and just outline or map out the scene in terms of who's where at what time, what are they doing, what is their motivation for being there. I really want to nail this midpoint in terms of structure so that, so that I just nail it in terms of structure, basically. But that's the gist of it. And I did write the first line of the midpoint, which is, I'll just read it. Why not? The evening sun graced the mountains to the west, washing the city with an eerie glow, like the dying embers of a campfire waiting to be swallowed by the night. Which is a lot of words, and they're not great, but it gives the sort of imagery that I want of a dying campfire. So happy with that. Let's see what our friends did. Ooh, a Vampire Kingdom series. You had me at vampire. Yeah, if you're looking for vampire books, Miranda, is it a vampire book? Yeah, duh. Crystal has written a vampire book called Incarnate's Rise, available where books are sold online. So definitely check out that. I've got to go, but thanks for the sprints. Thank you for being here, LM. Bye. Vampires has always been Miranda's favorite creatures. I'm getting so much like advertisement for the new Vampire Lestat or Vampire Interview with a Vampire TV show season that's coming out, and is making me interested in watching the show. So, breaking news, I think I'm going to watch Interview with the Vampire. Miranda got 387 words for the day, or for the stream, I guess. Yes, for the sprint. Congratulations. Lainey is here. Hello, hello, and welcome. Just as we're about to wrap up. I'm sorry. Hooray for words. Yeah, 888 for the day. Very satisfying number. And nice. Well done on the scene. I just wish I could perfectly describe on page what I see in my brain at the first try. It is impossible, but I wish I could do it. I got started on dinner, lentil burgers, and a salad. Oh, maybe I have burgers for dinner. There's burgers at the bar. I think that's a great line. It does evoke the imagery, except like 4 scenes ago, I did use another like sun setting on the mountain imagery. What did I write? Yeah, 4 scenes ago, I opened with this line. So it's very much the same thing. So I need to decide which one goes and which one stays, because I can't have both, I feel like. As we all know, I love introducing a scene with weather. The evening sun stitched orange ribbons across the snow-capped mountains of the Rockies by the time the crooked roof of Poor Decisions came into view again. Poor Decisions being a saloon. So, yeah, it's a lot of weather descriptions, which I'm not crazy about. Same. It never comes out exactly as I pictured in my head. Yeah. I guess that's the beauty of editing, that you can sort of just transcribe what you see in your head on the page. But I just wish I could do it perfectly the first time, which is a wasteful thing to wish for because it's not going to happen. But same state, I wish it would come out the way I want the first time. Yeah. It's not going to happen, Karen. Oh, I'll take a look. Definitely do that. Oh my God, you should watch it. It's so good. I have no idea why more people aren't watching. I keep looking at the main character, which I guess the vampire Lestat, and I'm just so enthralled by the way the actor acts. It kind of pulls me in, like it's very enigmatic. And I'm just getting short reels on Instagram. But I can imagine, watching a show, you'd be like, wait a minute. So that is definitely something that I want to do at some point. Anyway, that concludes today's episode of The Troublemakers, called the one where Stig streams solo. Except I wasn't solo because I had you beautiful people. The first 2 seasons are focused on Louis, but Lestat is a big part. He's cute as a button though, Louis, so I'm okay with this. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here as always. We'll be back next Friday, which is going to be another one of my streams. It's going to be a tarot stream where I will pull a tarot card for anyone who wants it and will read your vibes of the upcoming month. So if that sounds like something you're into, tune in next Friday at the same time. That's specifically for Miranda if you want to come back. Usually there's 3 other co-hosts here and we have a good time. So today was kind of a low energy stream because there's only me here. But yeah, it's usually a good time. More than welcome to have you back if you haven't been here before. I don't remember your picture, so unless you've swatched your profile picture. Thank you for the company and sprints. We also did accountability very efficiently. A lot of no updates. And also, yeah, thank you for being here. I'm going to pull the plug and I'll see you next week. Bye. Let me find an appropriate outro. Which one did I watch? Let's do the Law and Order one. Why not? Dick Wolf, personal friend of the channel.